I'm Josh.
I'm Iris.
Companion is a story about someone finding themselves.
It's a self-discovery story. It's a coming-of-age story. It's a movie about somebody finding out a truth about themselves and correcting their lives, essentially.
When we first meet Iris, she kind of has this lost, faraway look in her eyes. Then she sees Josh, and I think there's this immediate switch in her where she knows that she's found the love of her life. I think that gives her purpose, and she just feels like she will do anything in the world for Josh.
Iris has insecurities and I think tendency towards codependence.
She thinks that her way to move through this world is to please. Her own happiness is dependent on Josh's happiness.
I think we've all been in that situation. You're in a relationship that might not be the most healthy relationship. Your instinct is, oh, I must be doing something wrong, so I'm going to change myself. And obviously, we're not all robots. We're not being programmed by our partners, but I think it's very relatable.
I just want you to be happy, Josh. That's all.
Iris, go to sleep.
It's a really interesting relationship dynamic to play. Josh seems to have a heavy amount of control in the relationship.
You still love me?
Yes.
So then come back to me. Beep boop.
Josh's nickname for Iris is Beep Boop.
It's him messing with her in a lot of ways.
It's patronizing, but also the most mechanical, basic name. He just wants the control.
And that's something that I think I really wanted to get across, how unhealthy that is.
You can get really swept up by love, but sometimes you don't know who you're dating.
You're a robot.
I'm
A robot. I love the scene where I'm telling Iris that she's a robot. I just think there's so many interesting dynamics going on in there. I think it goes back to that thing of control.
Iris, wake up.
When I was first writing the script, Iris was going to be bad, and I realized really early on, like, she was the character I was relating to the most. When you're watching stories, the person who's suffering the most is the person you identify with.
It was really fun and incredibly challenging to act in. It's this huge shift in her. She feels this hopelessness because she still wants him and hasn't seen a life without him because she hasn't had a life without him. But it's like kind of being reborn. And I think there's something really freeing about that.
Hey,
She really becomes her own person and fights for her life in absurd ways.
Sprechen de English?
Ja, ich spreche Englisch. Aber meine Spracheinstellung ist zurzeit auf Deutsch eingestellt, weil ich nicht lügen kann.
My favorite scene, ironically, was the scene that I was dreading.
Guten Abend.
The German scene where I run into Officer Hendricks. And I think it's my favorite because I feel proud of it. I worked hard on the German.
Was für ein schöner Abend. Nicht wahr?
That, for me, would play in my dreams, and I would just be mumbling it around the house. People would think I was crazy. But I felt like I unleashed a side of me that I didn't know. So it was fun, it was fun.
How's old Sergei, by the way?
Ist tot. Ich habe ihn mit einem Taschenmesser in den Hals gestochen.
Sophie brings a very natural quality to Iris as a character.
The best gift was her falling into our hands.
I tried to approach her like how I would with any character. I wanted her to remain grounded and feel real because ultimately she's the one with the most empathy in the movie. There was something about building a stillness within her that was different, physicality that I haven't fully explored within characters. I've never felt this way going into a project, but it just challenged me in a way that I've never had before. Go to sleep, Josh.
She nails the shrinking violet at the beginning, and she nails the badass at the end.
You are just a sad, bitter, weak human being.
The relationship dynamic shifts drastically. She challenges me and has her own thoughts and opinions on things. She's gaining agency, and I really love that.
Her arc is becoming her own person. It's her emotional journey and realizing that she might be a robot, but she's fine with that. She's happy with who she is. By the end of the movie, all she cares about is, am I doing this for myself? It's not filtered through Josh anymore. It's my decision.
Watching Iris have that journey on screen is cathartic and relatable. Her driving off into the sunset as the music plays, like, we all want to be that.